104.7 The Cave, Springfield's pure classic rock. I'm Mike the Intern on the phone with Bronson Arroyo. And of course, you are known throughout the baseball world, but I got an email a couple weeks ago saying, hey, would you like to talk to Bronson? He's actually a musician and he's got a new record out. And I was like, holy crap, I had no idea. So first off, congratulations on an incredible career. Second of all, getting almost a second life as a musician. Tell me about the new record, man.
Yeah, well, thanks for the kind words, man. And, I picked up a guitar when I was in Double-A with the Pittsburgh Pirates way back in the day. This is like 1999. I was about 22 years old, and I was just wanting to play around the campfire at the time, but it's been a slow evolution through my baseball career of going from a campfire to an open mic night to playing a small little show or playing for elementary school kids, and then you're slowly starting to play shows of cover songs, and I've been doing that for a long time now, and it's just felt like the next step, the next evolution was to try to write my own stories. And so after I retired in 2017, I basically wrote about 24 songs with the guys in this band and the '04 band, and I'd been friends with these guys for about 20 years since I was a Red Sox. They were all from New England, playing in bigger bands, but we would play charity events together in the off season. And so this is kind of my first stab at writing, songs that I would want to hear on the radio, and it's been a joy.
That's really cool, and good on you for picking up something and sticking with it. A lot of times these guys just go off into the sunset, and like I played professional baseball. I don't really have to do anything. So obviously the love's there for you to push yourself through and continue on with this thing. But I want to go back to something you said, the open mic nights. Did it ever occur to the people in the audience, like when you just step up, grab a guitar, and start playing, who they were watching?
Sometimes no. You'd be in a small little restaurant or whatever, and people would have no idea who you were in the early days, especially my first couple of years, in the big leagues with the Pirates. You just, people didn't pay attention in that way. I also looked like I was super young. You'd go to a big league ballpark, and sometimes you'd have a hard time getting in the stadium because you looked like you were 17 years old still, and you're pitching against the Braves that night. But, you'd play music in town, and most of the time people wouldn't know who you were, but I just knew it was going to be something that was going to be useful in the future. We play baseball every single day. It's kind of a mental grind, and I really enjoyed the grind. I love being in the weight room on the off days. I love going to the ballpark, for 8 months straight, almost every single day, and to have something like music to dig into on that same level and peel back the layers of, people don't realize when you play an acoustic guitar around the house, that's one thing. Now stand up with it. It's a little tougher. Now, see how far you need to be from a microphone, and now you can't look at your fingers while you're playing, and then try to give a performance to the crowd, and now play with an entire band. It's all these layers that are just hard, and it's something we've done as an athlete for such a long time that it's nice to have something to dig into in retirement.
Very cool stuff. And it's so funny, the parallels that you describe in baseball and being a musician. It's the same thing. It's a work. It's a grind. And it seems to me that you're doing pretty good in your second life, if you will. The album is called Some Might Say. I wanted to ask you one more thing. Where did the '04 come from, the name of your band?
Yeah, we were tossing it around for a while because we just felt like, it just felt like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, like having, the band be recognized was something we definitely wanted to do. We couldn't figure out how we were going to say it. And then we were in Boston rehearsing to see if we could really pull this stuff off live, and it was really last minute. I mean, we had already popped a couple of songs up on Apple Music and Spotify before we came up with a name. But, I met all these guys in 2004. It's 4 guys playing music behind me. And we obviously won a World Series with the Red Sox that year. So it just felt like Bronson Arroyo in the '04. It felt very natural. And somebody finally said that. It was like, oh, that clicked. And, these guys, Jamie Aronson is Miley Cyrus as a guitar player, and my drummer, Eric Gardner, these guys have played with Morrissey and played with Tom Morello, and he's out with Melissa Etheridge about 100 days a year. But these guys, they're all pros, but, we've been friends for such a long time. It feels like a high school band in a lot of ways, just getting together and going out for an adventure for the first time.
Really cool stuff. I'll leave you with this. I was at Busch Stadium, Old Busch in '04 when you beat us. So it's bittersweet to talk to you because we knew everyone in the stands knew that was going down. I mean, it was before even the first pitch was thrown. We knew it was going to happen, and big congratulations to you. I was there that night. So it's pretty cool how life works. You come back full circle, and now I'm talking to you about your new record, which is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a bunch of interviews over the last couple of weeks, and I find myself running into tons of Yankees fans. So it's actually a pleasant welcome to have Cardinals fans. It's a different breed. I think you guys appreciate the game as much as anybody that I've ever been around. I loved playing in Busch Stadium. I mean, Ozzie Smith was my favorite player growing up as a kid, and you guys at that time had just run into a monster that I don't think anybody could have stopped in 2004.
Oh no,
over the hump with the Yankees, and it was a series. Game one, you guys had a chance, and we made a couple of errors, and after pulling that one out, it was kind of all downhill. But we needed to get that one man to get the monkey off our back.
Yep, big time. A big congratulations to your career in baseball and, of course, as a musician now. Again, the album is called Some Might Say. Bronson, thank you so much for your time this morning. It was a pleasure speaking with you, sir.
All right, Mike. Have a good one.